Nothing yet so far. I mean, we know that they're going to be a great challenge for our team. It's another weekend in the Big Ten, week 7, I believe. So it's kind of coming to the point where, season feels a little bit long, and this is really where, I mean, you saw it this weekend. There were so many upsets, so it kind of starts to get to teams, and this is where the real challenges come in because the level of play only gets higher, and you have to become very mentally tough. So we were really focused on Wisconsin and Oregon last weekend, and now we're going to turn it around and really focus on Illinois and who do we play on Saturday? Minnesota. Sorry. I knew that. I was just blanking, but now we're going to focus on them this week.
Virginia, how does the rhythms of the college season compare to what you're used to with the pro season in Italy? I mean, the length and intensity and kind of frequency of matches?
It's more intense, even just for the fact that we play pretty much 2 games every week. We don't do that. I wasn't used to that. We had a couple games around the season, in the Wednesday, but maybe 1 or 2. So it's definitely more intense. So it's I'm kind of, I don't know. It's it is intense, but I don't feel like it's very heavy. If that makes sense. It's of course tough, but I don't know. It's there's kind of a rhythm that goes smooth, so it's not so tough.
Have you had to adjust to anything, or just take it as it comes?
Pretty much take it as it comes. Yeah.
Andi, how do you feel like you guys held up defensively last week against 2 really good offensive teams?
Really good. I mean, yeah, like you said, we played 2 really high-level teams. Oregon especially, they came out and I don't want to say they did a lot of things that we weren't prepared for, but we were definitely making adjustments mid-game because they honestly did come out and do things that we weren't prepared for. We knew that they were a high-level team, and we knew that they were going to come out swinging, and they did a really good job. So adjusting halfway through the game is what we were really focused on. I think everyone knows our first set defense wasn't our best defense ever, and so adjusting in the second and third set. And then Wisconsin, of course, we handled things there, and I think that was amazing defense by us. Everything felt so smooth. Our team felt so connected on the court. So, yeah, really good defense by us all weekend.
You sort of alluded to it already, just with the upsets and being mentally tough. How do you sort of relay, as a leader, relay that message that anybody can still lose at any time this year, especially with what happened in Texas?
Mm-hmm. I think Dani does a really good job as a head coach, giving us credit where credit is due. So we've talked about it before every game. We smell the roses, really enjoy it for what it is, and we stay very present, and I really appreciate that from Dani because in the Big Ten and in every single conference and at this high of a level, you can get really caught up in the monotony of things, and winning can feel more relieving than exciting, and Dani does a really good job letting us know that regardless of the win, a win in the Big Ten is a really big deal, regardless of who it's against. So she does a really good job giving us credit and letting us know that wins aren't easy and we need to celebrate it and obviously stay focused on the end goal. But I think that it helps us stay motivated throughout the season because we know that what we're doing is not easy, and she makes us feel very validated in it. So one game at a time, one win at a time, celebrate it, take it for what it is, and then just take it one day at a time, like I said.
What was your impression of the atmosphere at Wisconsin?
It was great. It was great. That's one of those games that we look forward the most. And also, me coming here at the beginning, I didn't really know a lot about other teams and the rivalry. But as soon as I understood, Texas, Wisconsin, Penn State, those were the games I was most excited for. And it was a great atmosphere. Their gym is loud, so it was tough to hear each other, which is cool always, and yeah.
You came out and you didn't have the best first set, but you rebounded and really finished strong too. What do you credit that kind of turnaround to?
I agree. I didn't start great, and I feel like I tried to focus more on the defense part because my attack wasn't going the best. So I tried to not let myself down, but focus on something else that I was gonna be able to maybe help my teammates with. I didn't have any blocks, but I think I got good touches, so I was trying to be helpful in something that may not be the main focus for the opposite, or just a hitter that just hit balls. So I tried to do that, and probably it helped me to get a little bit more confident with my swings when I got the chance to make some points.
We see more and more international players coming to play volleyball here. Do you have friends or former teammates reaching out to you, asking what it's like, maybe have interest in making that switch as well?
I have a couple. I had a couple, especially at the beginning, when maybe they didn't know that I was gonna come here, and when they saw it, that like they started asking questions. Why did you decide to go there? What is it like, and everything. And I have a couple people that I know that play here. Like I had a friend in Michigan State, one in Maryland, and it's very cool. And I think we're like kind of opening, I don't know if I can say that, but kind of opening a new era for international students to come here and to experience this. Also like just this college sport, which is something that doesn't really exist in Europe. I'm talking specifically about Italy, which is, I think it's very cool to be able to get the chance of experience it. Of course, in the Big Ten, it's a big deal, and it's not like Nebraska is a very big deal, and I'm grateful to be here. But just in general, having the chance to experience this, the rhythm of being able to balance the school and sport at a high level is something that it's very, very cool.
Andy, you have games on Fox Sports 1 and then streaming only for Saturday's match. What does it mean to have volleyball now just kind of in more places on TV, streaming, even compared to when you started?
It's huge. I mean, it's growing the sport a ton, and you see it. We're setting records everywhere we go, and I feel like every single game that's streamed, I'm seeing another post about how we broke another viewer record. So, I mean, I'm biased. I wish that every single game could be streamed on TV because I think everyone would watch. But yeah, I mean, it's huge for women's volleyball. It's huge for women's sports. And, you know, they say everyone watches women's sports, and I do think it's true. I mean, now you go to any sports bar or honestly any restaurant, and you see that there's a women's sports game, whatever, regardless of the sport, is streaming on the TV. So if it's on, people are going to watch it. So I think it should be on more.
You guys were undefeated 2 years ago. This part of the year, all the way through towards the end of the year. What can you just maybe take away from what you guys, maybe pressure-wise, what you dealt with that year, and how to try to do it again this year?
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of outside noise, especially when you start getting towards the end, towards the tournament. You know, everyone's eyes are set on the end goal. But like I said in the beginning, taking it one day at a time and just really staying in the present, enjoying it for what it is. What we get to do is so cool. Be student athletes at Nebraska, get to play for Nebraska and represent Nebraska. So, you know, just I keep saying it, but taking it one day at a time. And if there's any pressure, it's from the outside. We're not putting any pressure on ourselves because we know where our value comes from and we know what we have to offer. So we're going to work towards that every single day and go out there and just play like we know how to play.
Virginia, you were learning how to swing block when you got here. How difficult was that for you to kind of change your style, and then how do you feel like you've grown in that so far?
Very difficult. Very, very difficult. I was definitely not used to that. It exists internationally. It's not like the main one, but it does exist. I wasn't just really used to it. I never actually got taught how to do it. And when I got here, it was like I learned that was the main move, so I needed to learn to do that. It was definitely hard. I think I'm doing better, and I can see why it's the main move because it's very helpful in a lot of circumstances, and it's getting better.
How has your relationship with Bergen evolutionized over the past couple months?
It's getting stronger, definitely. As I said a couple weeks ago, I don't specifically know what changed from the beginning. I think probably just like getting to know each other more also with time passing and being able to trust each other more, because also, of course, like Andi, Becca, Harper, they were here already last season and the season before, so they knew each other more, also their way of playing. I'm the new one, so she, of course, needed to get to know me more, both in and out of the court and all the rest of the team as well. So probably like that kind of relationship had helped too in the court.
How do you assess the job that Brandon's been doing calling serves and kind of handling that area of the game?
Yeah, he does a really good job. I mean, he has so much confidence in us, and he's really pressed our serving, especially since we started Big Ten, and you've seen it in our game. I mean, we're serving really, really well. And And so it's huge credit to him. Like, he knows where he's going to put the ball, and he instills that confidence in us before we go out. You know, if they call a timeout to try to ice us, Brendan's going to be the first person to come up to you and let you know that you got it and go out there and thump the ball. So, yeah, it's huge credit to him because he does a really good job. He also has such a high volleyball IQ. So, like I said, he knows where to put the ball and instills that confidence in us.
Is it a collaborative process? Like, here's what I'm comfortable serving, or is it what the other team presents, or what is that process?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a mix of both because everyone has their serve. You know, you have a certain serve that 9 out of 10 times you're going to hit, but at the same time, we have our serving targets. But, I mean, if we're 23-23 and the target that we're trying to hit is your target, obviously go for it. But I guess it honestly just depends because if the game is close or not that I don't know if they necessarily have, but I think if they're just going to do what they know works best. So hitting that target is obviously huge for us, but if you have that serve that you're confident that you can hit and game's tight, then I assume they'll go with that. I don't know. We have yet to I don't want to say we have yet to see it, but you know what I mean.
Virginia, do you work with Brandon at all? I mean, when you go back to line, is it just thump away, or what's it like back there?
Yeah, pretty much. Try to go for the best you can. Of course, like he also says, like sometimes go for a specific direction or a specific area. As she was saying, it really depends on the moment, the situation, but yeah.
Virginia, how's the travel different from your team last year?
Like where we go.
Distances, flights,
Oh.
buses, all that.
Way different. We don't travel with flights. We don't take flights. It's way bigger. There's much more land to cross to go from everywhere, and I was not used to that. It's very cool to be able to do that, fly every time, fly charter, and having those, if I can say it, privileges. And it's definitely different. Yeah.
Have you ever been on a charter flight before?
I had never been on a charter before, and also like we used to just travel with buses because like the distances weren't so big. Even the teams in the top league are pretty much all in the north, and they go halfway down to Italy. So we never actually travel all the way to Italy, which is why we probably never take the planes. Actually, 2 seasons ago, I was playing in the island. I was playing in Sardinia, so I used to take planes to travel, but never charter. I don't know why I forgot that.
You spend a lot of time at hotels and gyms, but you still feel like you've got to see a little bit of the U.S. You travel?
Kind of course, like we not that we have that much time when we have away games. I got to see a little bit of Nashville when we went there because we had like a half day off, so I got to walk across the streets and see a little bit of downtown, and it was pretty cool. All the other places we went to, I didn't see much, but they were all great places. Penn State was amazing. It was very, very cool. I mean, I really liked how it looked like. It was kind of like Hogwarts and those kind of... It was nice.
That's a week and a half away, but you guys get time in LA where you can go see stuff?
I don't know, do we?
Yeah, I think we do. I think I don't know yet. We haven't really talked about it just because we're so focused on this weekend, but I do think we have a day in between where we're going to go
Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, so we'll see some stuff. Danny's really good about that. I know she also wants to see LA, I would assume, so, and she's really super cool when it comes to like she knows our families are coming to see us, so we can go and hang out with our families, I mean, within reason, so we'll definitely have some time.
Andi, I know you didn't grow up in Nebraska, but just for the homegrown Huskers this weekend with being the state high school volleyball championships, is there some talk in the locker room with some of the teams? There's going to be 6 state title games or matches here at Devaney on Saturday.
Yeah, it's definitely come up. It's I think Norris in it. So Macy's been talking about that because her sister Mallory. So that's really big for them. And I don't think we're gonna be here though. So we haven't talked about it too much. But I know that there's some alumni from schools whose teams are in it, and it's a really cool experience. I know I've heard from younger players in high school who got to play at the Bob, and they love it. They think it's the coolest experience ever. So I love that we do that, give those girls the opportunity to play in a really fun atmosphere and bring their schools here. I mean, my high school team never went to state. I never went to state, but I can imagine getting to come here and play in the Bob would be pretty awesome.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
You did so good.